and welcome to episode 4 of Weekly World News with me, Breana Boelkens. Let's kick it off out in Eastern Libya, where protesters have set the government on fire. Then let's move on to Singapore, where they have surprisingly low coronavirus rates.
According to Al Jazeera News, rare protests over living conditions and corruption continue in the city of Benghazi. Several hundred protesters turned out in the eastern towns to demonstrate against the political elite and over deteriorating living conditions that include lengthy power cuts and a severe banking crisis. Quick history lesson: the economic crisis across Libya and power cuts in the east have been worsened by a blockade of most of the country's oil facilities, imposed by the Libyan National Army and its supporters since January. So, in retaliation, in the city of Benghazi, the protesters, some armed with guns, set fire to the government building, leaving the front of the building charred black, according to witnesses. Luckily, the fire was later brought under control.
If you want to learn more about Eastern Libya's flaming government, go ahead and go to Reuters.com or AlJazeera.com.
Bad country pun. Yeah!
I'm hungry. Maybe you should check the fridge. I'm rushing to the kitchen. Is there any turkey? We have some, but it's covered with a layer of grease. There is no way you're going to eat that.
And this was Bad Country Puns with Breana.
Next, let's fly eastward toward the country of Singapore, where their coronavirus death rates are surprisingly low.
The South China Morning Post explains that for the past 2 weeks, Singapore has consistently recorded 2 or fewer COVID-19 infections within its local community each day. This is a sharp dip compared with just 5 months ago, when the combined daily total was as high as 1,426. On June 3rd, the restrictions eased and workers were allowed to return to construction sites, with only the rule that they take a routine COVID-19 test every 2 weeks. Now 99% of close to 58,000 cases have been reported as recovered. Meanwhile, the country now faces its worst recession since independence, with annual GDP expected to shrink up to 7%, because it's a terrible price both in economic output and the actual costs of confinement, security, and massive testing for the workers. A co-chairman there warns the optimistic country that there will still be asymptomatic cases and undetected ones, so they need to continue to stay vigilant by wearing masks and social distancing.
I'm Breana Boelkens, and that was your Weekly World News. Tune in on Mondays at our YouTube channel HMG News, and don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at HawkMediaGroup.news. Have a fantastic day, Hawks, and I'll see you around the world.